Hi, this is Bobby from Evil, and today I have the Alphard, the new Toyota Alphard 3.5 V6. So I've been driving this car for quite a number of days, and let's have a look at the exterior. Now, the entire car is new, every body panel is new. It is an all-new car, it's not a major facelift or whatsoever. So the car has been thoroughly re-engineered from the ground up. Previously, Toyota Malaysia did not bring in the Alphard or the Vellfire, and the whole market was dominated by the AP boys, the grey importers. Every single car that was sold out there is brought in by them, and it really changed the market because of the existence of these cars. Back then, if you want a full big family car, you have those sedans or those SUVs and all that, and these are actually expensive to buy, but the grey importers brought it in, and then the market just accepted. It's now cars like the Vellfire and Alphard is almost like your home appliance. Not in a way that I'm degrading this car. It's almost as if for every big family in Malaysia, you need a TV, your refrigerator, your microwave, your washing machine, and this. And you need this. Why? Because they are just practical as people movers, right? The entire family can sit in. If you spec the car with the second row bench seat, it can actually sit 8 person in the car. Now, why do Toyota have the Alphard and the Vellfire? Because in Japan, Toyota is so big, and they have 2 main distributor groups that, in order to prevent them from price wars, they create Alphard for one group, a Vellfire for the other group, Corolla Altis for one, Corolla Axio for the other. That's how they treat their dealers fairly, so to speak. So actually, the Alphard and Vellfire are the same cars. Yes, earlier on, the Alphard arrived in Malaysia first, and when the Vellfire arrived with that sharp styling, everyone perceived the Vellfire as, you know, the more premium one. No, that's not the case. All right. Now, as for Toyota Malaysia, when they brought in these 2 cars, they have to, because this car comes with 2 specs. You have the 2.5 V6, 2.5 straight 4, or the 3.5 V6. So what Toyota did was, because the Vellfire name is more popular, is perceived to be more premium, they positioned the Vellfire with the smaller engine and the Alphard with the larger engine. So this is the front of the Alphard. I think it's hideous, but our editor Keegan, thinks the Alphard looks prettier. So the Alphard and Vellfire, I would say both of them looks like Transformers, and the Vellfire looks more like the Decepticons. It has a more sinister look to it. Styling is, some people might not like the new Alphard, especially me, because the current Alphard, the previous generation, looks very good. Right, now let's have a walk around. What is new? This chrome strip is all new, right? You don't have that in the previous version, and the previous version, this kink is not as pronounced as this. This is really slopey now. As for the front, the A-pillars are a lot more raked. That means it flows out a lot more, but then the front end is really cut short. It's lopped off. So that's the major difference with the previous generation. And look at this rubber seal that runs here. The previous version, this one and that one on the roof one, is a line. So these are the small hints of, you know, knowing that this is an all-new body panel, not the previous one. And the lights now wrap around here. They look more dynamic. There is a lot more design sense to it. But other than that, the formula stays the same. This is a big luxury car. Basically, big as in, I mean, the size of it, the interior and all that. But when it comes to the drivetrain of this car, it is actually kept very simple. It is a big box with simple drivetrains, front-wheel drive, and you don't have, you know, super sophisticated suspension systems and all that running under. It's a basic underbody with a really high quality, very comfortable interior. And it might look big, but it's actually shorter than the new Pradana. It's not a super long car. Alright, let's have a look inside. Both sides comes with powered doors, and this is the Alphard's interior. It's fitted with cream leather, which I really like. As for the Vellfire, it has the dark black leather seats, which more Malaysians will prefer, because we always buy cars thinking that we will dirty them. So yeah, anyway, I felt the leather in the Alphard is of a more higher quality, leather. The one in the Vellfire is also full leather, but it doesn't feel as smooth or as soft as the one here. The seats are somewhat Ottoman-ish. See, this one raises up, and when you lie down, it's almost flying first class. It's like flying first class basically. But other than that, it's actually very simple. You know, it's not like the 7 Series. You have super sophisticated stuffs going in the car. There's a in-car infotainment, iPad, blah blah. No. The way that the Japanese did it is they are smart about it. They fit you with an DVD player, which you can fit elsewhere basically, and it's just not much. You don't even have USB ports on the seats or whatsoever. So again, it's high quality, but they kept it basic. There's a tray here, you fold it up and down. There's no powered headrest or whatever, you know, those things will break, so Toyota won't make it for you. Now this is really nice. It's adjustable, so you can wrap your head around when you sleep, so you won't fall off and all that. And it's a very nice place to be in. Very, very comfortable. And in terms of moving to the rear, anyone could have just walked, even my size, I could have just walked behind here and sit here. Now the 2 seats in front are really pushed to the back, so this is not representative of what the usual seating position should be, but nevertheless, even that I can sit comfortably. There's a lot of headroom. This is the proper full 7 adult 7-seater. Alright, and the seats, you can move them around, and it's really comfortable to be in here. Compartments, basic again, but high quality. Everything feels really, really high quality in here. Alright, so yeah, the sliding mechanism is manual, but the seat back is powered, and the feet rests are powered. Alright, powered doors. Let's come to the rear. If you open it manually using hand, the motor won't operate. You have to pull it slightly, and then the struts will push it up. Now, what if you have, you need to go for holiday, 5 person or that, you can fold 1 seat. Now, how to do that? First of all, you have to make sure these 2 aligns so that you can actually pull it and go like that. See? And it's self-balanced. Alright, there's a hook here. You just slot this in. Done. It's up. Very simple. A petite lady could have done it easily. Alright, and I tried driving with these 2 seats up there. It doesn't block visibility much. And you have a nice floor to load. It's lovely. Very easy to operate. Very, very easy. Alright, now they don't come with the powered struts like the Europeans does. What Japanese has done is a very simple mechanism here. Alright, what it does most of the time is that it only pulls the hatch down, but when you open it manually, it won't operate. It uses the struts to push it up. Very, very clever, because this effectively reduces the cycle of usage of this, and that means they are less prone to breakdown, less maintenance costs. A Toyota hallmark. Alright, everything must be super reliable. That's what Toyota is famous for. Take a look at the driver's seat. Let's get the car started. As I said again, it's not a super sophisticated car. So what do you have here? Blank buttons, and then this one is to power off the doors so that you can manually open and close it. Alright, now the new cabin feels very, very high quality compared to the previous one. You have some leather claddings here, real leather with stitching, and this is actually plastic, but they mold it to look like there are stitches, and it's molded so well. you really can't tell it is not leather if you don't really check on it. The craftsmanship. Can I say craftsmanship? It's not craftsmanship, right? It's done by some factory, and then it's lovely. This part as well. This part is real leather, and those are real stitches. And this is a super comfortable soft touch plastic that miraculously have stitchings, which are not real stitchings as well. These are molded, and I know they're fake, but they look good and they feel really, really good. So that's the smart thing. I mean, when as a car maker, it's okay to cut costs. It is clever, and it is utmost important to not spend as much as you should when you can achieve the same results, right? So and these feel really, really good. I'm very happy to see this material in a car from Toyota or Lexus, because the Germans have been using this metal plated plastic surface for a long time now, and the first Japanese car maker to successfully source this and use it in their cars is actually Mazda. And when I saw Mazda having this material, and I don't see it in Lexus, where Lexus is still using painted plastics to look like metal, I was a bit disappointed. But seeing it in a Alphard or Vellfire now means it should come into Lexus very, very soon. Why? Because it feels great to the touch. It's even cold to the touch, you know, but it's actually plastics, and it makes the cabin feel so much more premium, because using real metal is costly and using plastics is good. I mean, if you crack it, replacement cost won't be expensive. It's about making the feel of it to be genuine, and even the reflection looks like metal. I like it a lot. This is usual Toyota, and the steering wheel, the steering is very nice to hold. I love it. I love the shape. I love the fact that I can rest my palms here. You know, a lot of steerings now, they like to be sporty, 3-spoke. But when it's 3-spoke on a long journey, your hands will feel tired if it's always on the 2 and the 10, the 3 and 9 o'clock position. Sometimes you will put one hand down here because you're just going straight anyway. And it's good to have this. I love it. I like the feeling of it. I like the size of it. I like the girth of it. It's very good. The speedo clusters and all that is very visible. There are no complaints there. And you have these nice little lids that, you know, they are damped as a cup holder. Where your aircon is here as well. There's a lot of these, you know, compartments here. Compartments are excellent. I like it a lot. And this one, it opens both sides. You can open it from here and here, like the Mercedes S-Class. There are two, I think this is manual, you can push it up, but that one is retractable, a moonroof, a sunroof, whatever. Airbags all around, and it's a lovely car. It's a lovely car. My kid loves it, even my wife, and it really removes that I used to have, you know, how do I put this? I don't know, when I see these cars back then, I'm just like a bit skeptical, you know, another idiot driving a Vellfire or Alphard. But having driven it now is lovely. It's a lovely place to be in, and it's comfortable, it's quiet. They even come with that, a dash cam. Now, electronics, this one. It's the same unit found in the Fortuner, it's the same unit found in most of the new Toyotas. It's very, very well designed. The user interface is very intuitive. The layout and all that is beautiful. The icons are reminiscent of our smartphones, and to operate them feels the same. But of course, the processor speed is, look at the frame rate, you know, it's not up there. But that is not our complaint. My complaint is Toyota seriously need to remove that limitation, whereby once the car is moving, you basically can't operate anything. Yes, safety, blah blah, come on. This is an MPV. There will bound to be someone sitting here, right? How can it be that when I'm driving, my passenger won't be able to even press next song from this? It won't allow you to do so. When you receive a phone call, when you receive a phone call and the line got cut off and you're still driving and you want to use the in-car system to call him back, no chance at all. It doesn't allow you to do that. This has to be removed. This just creates anxiety. It just makes people stressed up. It's not good. Yeah, it's just not good to do that. Alright? But other than that, the interior is excellent, the cabin is excellent, the build quality is excellent. I just love it. It's a big car, but the way it drives, my god, this engine really pulls. Fantastic engine. I know I'm just turning around a parking lot, but the maneuverability of this car is excellent. I mean, look at it, a U-turn. It's a very fast car to drive. It's just amazing. This car is crazy. This car is crazy. If you don't like that, you can just buy the 2.5 litre. But man, this car is some really mad car. Yes, it rolls. The body will roll, and you won't be driving like that when you are with your family. You might be driving like that when you fail to pitch a project to your new client. But sometimes it's nice to drive cars that roll, because it lets you know how stupid you are before how dead you are. So okay, I generally don't do that, but I really want to show you guys that there's a weird mismatch to what you should be doing with the car, or what sometimes you can do with the car. It's not a sports car. You don't want it to, I mean, it's not about, oh, how many G's I can pull, but no wonder there are so many fast-going Alphards and Vellfires on the highway, because they don't drive bad. They don't drive bad at all. It may be tall, but everything that is heavy is low, down under. So yes, its height would mean that there is, of course, a higher center of gravity, but it's really not as bad as it looks from the outside. And it's a nice, I mean, something this size shouldn't drive this well. Okay, I don't mean super well. No, it's nowhere near those really accomplished handling cars like that they shouldn't be, like the 7 Series or that new Toyota Fortuner. That car handles, but the Fortuner is too stiff. It's just too stiff. It handles well because it's stiff, right? But this one is really soft and comfortable, and it's a nice car. It's just lovely. And this engine, man, this engine, in the wrong conditions, second gear wheel spin, third gear wheel spin. Wow! Because when the steering is when you're turning, and I like it. I like this car a lot. Shit, I never believed I would say that, and I like it. It's fun. It's fun. It's just lovely. And the visibility, the maneuverability, the engine, the drivetrain, the relatively lightness of the entire car, it just makes it feel more heroic than it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yes, Evo, the thrill of driving a van and having a lot of fun out of it. Yeah, so if you can afford it, every family needs one. It's just so practical, you know, absolute comfort. And given that they are Toyotas, they don't break down. So, I mean, You look at the used car market of one of these, they are like what, 100, 110k, 120k, and your entire family is taken care of. Yeah. But of course, if you buy a used one, you really gotta get it checked, and it's good to buy from a website that they verifies the seller and all that, which is CarList. Don't fall for scams on other sites. I mean, generally CarList and MotoTrader are very reputable. You know, they've been, yeah, the sellers are all verified. Lovely, man. 400k. This car is a bargain in the 400,000 range. You look at it, the Range Rover is $1 million. Yes, that car is super capable, but that car is like, it's like a vehicle that can go to, you can almost drop a Range Rover in Mars and the car will survive, but 99% of the time it is used to go to gardens or mid-valley and for shopping purposes, right? You don't go off-road, you don't go extreme terrains with that car, and no one will take, my god, no one would take $1 million ringgit car to off-road, right? Not if, no one would do that, provided he has another X6M at home. Then only he might take a Range Rover to off-road, right? So, but this car, for what it is, every single cent that you spent on is for what it's supposed to do.
I've had my ups and downs, my fair share of bumpy roads and heavy winds. That's what made me what I am today. Now I stand here before you. What you see is a body crafted to perfection, a pair of legs engineered to defy the laws of physics, and a mindset to master the most epic of splits.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say